Hello everyone, welcome to today's Novedge webinar, RhinoArtisan, the top 5 features jewelry designers love. Today's webinar will teach you how RhinoArtisan helps designer capitalize on 5 unique features that will both save you precious time and let your inner creator come to life. The webinar will be conducted using RhinoArtisan latest version 5.1, compatible with Rhino 8. Great news. And today's webinar presenter, Rafael del Molino, has created industry-leading 3D design products as Rhino Gold and Clay U. I don't know if you heard of them, huge. And now, since Rafa is a serial entrepreneur, has launched another company targeted at the jewelry industry that is called Two Shapes, and Two Shapes also develops RhinoArtisan, that is specific tool to design within Rhino. And let me tell you a little bit about Novedge. Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software because we offer more choices, more freedom, best advice, and faster service. So once you purchase your RhinoArtisan, you can also go home with the latest Rhino 8, for example. And now enough about me, and I'm gonna make Rafael the sole presenter and protagonist of the next segment. Take it away.
Okay.
We see your screen?
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Excellent. Then thanks for hosting this webinar. I'm so excited because this is the first webinar that we are doing of RhinoArtisan and this new version. And of course we are really excited because yesterday Rhino released Rhino 8. Then everything it's new now. Okay.
Timing is everything, right?
Yeah. Then this is the agenda for today. We will do a quick product overview of 5 minutes, and then we will focus on these top 5 features. It will be 25 minutes because we will do 5 minutes for each one. And then we will finish with the development roadmap. What is the news that we are working on, what is coming soon, and later question and answers. Okay. Then well, RhinoArtisan is a Rhino plugin. You can run on Rhino 7, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. And it's focused for jewelry designers and manufacturers. Okay. Then the idea is a tool that it's focused for design, but also the idea is that you can produce it. Okay. Later we will see some. I think the first one we talk about production. Okay. Then is a tool for jewelry. Okay, and it was born on Rhino. It has a huge features, functionalities. You can find all the full list on the website, but today we will see some interesting functionalities. But this is a tool for jewelry. Okay. Also, another thing is a parametrical software. It's a friendly parametrical software. It means that we can edit things and we can create relations between objects. We will see probably, I think, in all the top 5 cases, probably the render no, but the others, we will see how we can edit and apply modifications to our designs. But one of the most interesting thing about the parametric of RhinoArtisan is we don't want that you change the way that you use Rhino today. Then we don't want to change your workflow. We don't want that you learn a different way to use your Rhino. Okay, and for that reason, I think it's really interesting. We will see. Also, other thing is we have hundreds of libraries. Okay, it's a parametrical libraries. It means we will see it when we create a halo. We'll have a library of halos that we can select to get the style and then edit and customize it as we want. Okay. The idea is, the goal here is we want to save you time. Okay. Also, we have a lot of tools, and the last top 5 is about rendering and animation. and that's what we want to produce. I want to provide you the tools in order to create wow effect, not only in photos, but also in videos for your store or social media. We will see that in the last. And of course, as I told you in the beginning, the main priority is that you can produce. Okay, then to shapes and RhinoArtisan, you can export directly to STL and print in any 3D printer. Okay, I tell you that because some people ask me, hey, this printer works with RhinoArtisan and Rhino? And the answer is yes. Any printer can import STL. Then yes, you can use your printer with RhinoArtisan. That's really cool because we have two interfaces. As you can see in the right, this is Rhino. Wow, it's Rhino, but it's in dark because this is the new Rhino 8. But also we have the RhinoArtisan interface. Okay, it's exactly the same functionality. The idea is if you are a Rhino user, of course you will prefer to use the Rhino interface. But if you're a beginner, we have an interface that is easier to start. The learning curve is softer. Okay, but technically is exactly the same. Okay, exactly the same. Then this is a new thing about Rhino 8. You can select the theme, okay, and you can select dark. And if you select dark, you see everything in dark. But also, I think it's really interesting for the eyes. Okay, then you have this option. You can change it, and if you have RhinoArtisan, also convert to dark. Okay, it's option appearance color. Okay. Then we have the academy. Okay, the RhinoArtisan Academy, and there you can find 4 trainings. Okay, we have four courses, and the best thing is you don't need to have Rhino knowledge. Okay, then in level 1 and level 2, we suppose that you don't know Rhino, and then we are teaching you to create a curve, to create an extrusion, very basic stuff about Rhino, and in level 2, complex stuff like surfaces and so on. Then if you know Rhino, you will go fast, okay? And if you don't know Rhino, you can go straight to learn RhinoArtisan, okay? RhinoArtisan.com/academy. Okay, then let's talk about the top 5 features that jewelry designers love, okay? The first one is the parametrical stuff, how we can create things and edit things, okay? Then in order to do that, I will open Rhino. In this case, if you want to open RhinoArtisan interface, just click on the RhinoArtisan icon. We will use the Rhino, okay? Then now it's opening. This is a standard Rhino. And as you can see, when you install, you see the menu and you have the toolbar with all the functionalities. Okay. Also, we add some panels, okay, that we will see. Okay. Then the first thing, let me show you how we can create a basic solitaire ring, basic with some stones in the side, something nice, in order to see the workflow in RhinoArtisan. Okay, then the first thing, I will create a shank. Then here we have the toolbars for shanks. Then in this case, we will use a classic ring shank. Okay, then this is common in all the RhinoArtisan commands. When you execute a command, it shows you something. Okay, and you start to create from that style. This style is very basic, but you have here some presets that you can select and say, okay, I want to get different styles, or you can just go to edit and start from scratch. Okay, in this case, just we have 5 minutes for everyone. Then I will select one style and we will edit that. Okay, Here we have basic stuff to edit, like if we want to modify with the gimbals. And as you can see, as soon as I move it, I see the result. That's really, really cool. Then let's go to edit. We have the pencil. And when we click on the pencil, we have all the functionalities that we want here. We have huge, okay? Then we can modify. The first thing is the finger size. I define it United States of America, but you can find, I think, probably most of them, European or whatever, okay? And the size, in this case, we will use 6.5. And here we have all the profiles, okay? The shapes, we can change the shapes, okay? And even we can edit the shape if we want with the editor, okay? But the idea is, I will define, okay, I want to use 4.8, okay, then I will delete that, okay? And nice. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to modify the opening. Then here in advanced, we have all the gem sets styles. Now we will enter here, but before I want to change the opening style. We can select none, then none is completely full, or in this case, we will select pinch, okay? In this case, okay, we have that style. Excellent. Then obviously here we can modify some parameters, but we don't need it right now. The next thing I want to do is to increase the stone sizes, okay? Here in the stones, we can enable and disable. And the idea is we can increase the size, okay? Then we are increasing. And as you can see, we increase the size and reduce the number. Why that? Because we are not talking about number of stones. We are talking about angle. What is the angle that we want to fill? Okay. Then in this case, I will select 1.8 millimeters, but I want to increase the angle and select all the full circle, 360. Okay. Then the thing is, you can refresh. Okay. Then the idea is here you can modify, for example, the gem distance is too close. I want to add 1.15. Nice. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is to apply the bright cut in order to have the option to polish correctly. Then here in bright cut, you can increase that. Okay, and as you can see, it's changing the angle. Now we have more angle. Okay. It's easy, right? I think the most interesting thing is you can modify things and see results. Okay, then that's fine. Just another point here is when we select the bronze, we have the option. We have here a value called extension for manufacturing. Okay, then this is a value of the length of the bronze. Now we will see why it's interesting. Let me continue and we will see. Then now we have the ring, we have the shank. And as you can see here in the liner, we have the object on the list. The next thing I want to do is to add a stone. Okay, then we have multiple ways to add stones. In this case, Gem Studio is the easiest way. The idea is we have different ways to place the stone. For example, in the origin of the C-plane, or pick a point or pick a surface, okay? And then I can select different gem shapes. We will use round, the compound, okay? And then we can define by width. Then in this case, I will select 0.5. Also, you can change the diameter, okay? It's up to you, it's the same. Then nice, 0.5, and we add it, and we have here. Okay, then let me place the stone with the gumbo. Nice. Okay, then anytime I can select the stone and modify parameters or modify what I want. Okay, excellent. Then now probably we need to add a gem set. Okay, then in this case I will use the basket. And the workflow is the same. We select the stone, and voila, we have a result. Probably in this case, it's not the best design, but we have here a library that we can select. Okay, like for example, I want to select this one. Okay, then okay, I like the style. We have multiple styles, but again, we click on edit, and here we can modify things. Like for example, if we want to have different prongs numbers, like 3, 4, okay. Also the shape, we can select different shapes and create shapes like a heart or something like that. In this case, I will do the classic circle. And what we can do here, for example, we can change to straight if we want, and maybe it's too thin. Let me increase a little bit. Okay, and maybe it's too long. Then we can modify. Okay. Then here we have the basket. Also, we have, if we want to do the cloud setting, we can, okay. And also we can add other things like support if we want to use it for pendants and so on. Then also we have options to modify the rails and so on, but I will continue with that style, okay. Then let me reduce the overkill, okay, a little bit here. Use that. Also okay, nice. Then here we have our design, and as you can see, we have the list of the diamond, the basket, and the classic. Then now I want to change the diamond. I can select here and click the pencil, or click directly here, okay, on the outliner. Then the concept is, now I select it and I want to change to okay, like cushion, for example. Okay, and we accept. And now, as you can see, here we have like a gradient in that element. It means, hey, it's not updated, okay, because as you can see, the shape is the shape of the round stone. Then anytime you can click to refresh, okay, and now it's adapting to the gem shape. But not only that, also the size or the position and everything, okay. That's really nice. Then other thing that we can do here about the parametric, obviously I can edit the shank or I can edit anything anytime. But the point is, if we change to render, we can select the metal, a different metal, and it affect to the weight, but also in the rendering. And this is really nice. In the case that we want to send to produce that, here the prongs are too short for production. Okay, in the same in the basket. Then here we have a property that we can say, okay, I want to change the mode to manufacturing. Nice. Then now, as you can see here, we see the gradient, and then it means we need to refresh. Now we click here, and then now it's refreshing. And as you can see, now the prongs change and are longer. Then that's the model that you need to print, okay? Then it's cool, isn't it? Then I change to rendering, and again I have my model to create renders and share with my customers. Then I don't need to do two designs, okay? Like probably most of you know that, okay, now I have a rendering, I get the approval for the customer, and then after the approval, I need to extend the prongs and do all this stuff. No, here is a property, okay? Then and the last thing about that is we can change the finger size anytime, because this is a ring. And in this case, when we modify, we change to 9. Then when we refresh again, you will see that now it's changing everything. Okay, it's not only scaling, because it's calculating if they need more stones in the side and everything. Okay, then that's the first one. Okay, it's nice, right? Because I think the most important thing about the parametric is we are not changing the workflow, and I really appreciate that as a Rhino user for a lot of years, probably too much. But I don't want that the plugin change the way that I work with Rhino. Okay. Then good. Let me jump to the next one. Then the next one is advanced ring and builders. Okay. Let me show you a couple of builders that probably you will like. Okay. Then let me close that. Okay. Then I will do a bypass ring. Then the idea is, first of all, I want to create just a curve in order to know the finger size. Okay, we have a ring curve command that creates a curve. In this case, is 6.5, and it's a circle. But we can choose different. For example, if we want to use that to create some sweeps. Okay. Also, we have the bypass that we can. Okay. Anytime you can use the gumbals, or you can go to the values. Okay, it's up to you. Okay, it's what you prefer. And the last one, okay, we can choose if we want to oval or okay, and modify. Okay, in this case, just I want to create the finger size. Why? Because the next thing I will do will be add a stone. Remember, Gen Studio, we add the stone. Let me change to shaded. Remove the stone. Nice. Then in this case, we will add a bezel. Then we will select the stone. The same as the other ones. You can pick the design that you want. In this case, we want something very basic. Okay, very basic. Then that it's enough. Maybe we can reduce a little bit here. Okay. Remember, we can edit and change anything that you want. Nice. Then we have the finger size, we have the bezel, and we have the diamond. Then now I want to create like a bypass ring. Then in order to do that, we can create sweeps and all these things, but we have a command called advanced ring. Okay. Then let me execute it. And like the other commands, allow you to select one style. But in this case, I will just go to edit. Okay. We click to edit. Then let me just select these objects and lock it. Okay. Then for sure, this functionality is similar like the curve ring. Okay. In this case, we will create a curve in that way, and I will modify in Z. Okay, because I want to move down the curve. Okay. Always I'm clicking, but you can type the value. Okay, you can type the value. Okay. Then we will put it more or less like this. Also, I would like to have soft here. Then I can open a little bit. Okay. And also I want to reduce that. Okay. Then don't worry about do it exactly in the place that you want, because later we will see that we can modify it and adapt it as we want. Then the idea is okay, we have that curve, and we can change to profiles. And here in profiles, we can start to add profiles. Let me just add one here, and as you can see, it adds the profile. Then we can rotate the profile, and we can modify the profile as you want. Here you can edit, okay, and the same like in other commands, you can change the profile and go to every single detail. Even for example, here I'm working on comfort ring. Then by default is comfort. Okay, then you can modify every single detail that you want. Nice. Then now we have this profile. We can add more. Okay, or in this case, I will duplicate that one. And I will duplicate because I have exactly the same size and everything. Then we can come here and add the profile here. Then now we see that we we have a geometry, okay? Then the idea is we need to orient that, okay, in order to, yeah, more or less, it's okay. Usually I need to, okay, adapt a little bit. And again, you edit, and if you want to type any exact angle, you can, okay? Then nice, then if, for example, you say, okay, I would like to move more inside, to anytime you can edit the curve, okay, and say, okay, I want to reduce a little bit, okay, or in this case, I want to open a little bit, okay. Nice. Then maybe the last thing that we can do is add a profile on the bottom, okay. Then we do exactly the same, pick a point where you want, and then you have the profile, okay. You can modify the profile as you want. Nice. Then we accept, and we have our bypass ring, okay. That's really easy, and allow us to adapt. And obviously here in advanced ring you can edit, okay. And again, you come to finger size, you change the finger size, and you can regenerate everything. Cool. Then let's go to the third one. Okay, I have the feeling that I'm talking so fast, and with my Spanglish probably it's complicated, but later you can ask anything. Okay. Then go to the third one. In the third one, we will talk about microsetting. Okay, we will talk about microsetting. Then I have a model here to do that microsetting in order to save time. But basically, I want to create a microsetting in that design. Okay, just a point. The same command that we have here, the advanced ring, we have it here, call it profiles. It's exactly the same, but you can choose any curve that you want. Okay, because some users say, okay, it's nice, Rhino, it's nice to have the advanced ring, but I want to create a pendant. I want to create, you have exactly the same command, but you select the curve or curves that you want. Okay, here is profiles. Okay. Okay, then let's go and do the microsetting. The microsetting is inside the setting tab, is the last one. And the concept, it's really easy. Just select the stones that you want to do. Let me select the stone and hide it because we'll be okay. Then we have different kind of cutters. For example, this is the standard one. You can disable, okay, or enable different, for example, prongs. Okay, a prong is in the middle by default, but you can move it and so on. Okay, but the idea is now we create that one, and we can modify all the parameters. Okay, for example, we can modify if we want to move in Z. Okay. Also, if we want to modify the shape, you say, no, I want to use a P shape, and I want to, okay, adapt the shape. Okay, in this case, we will use a U shape. Okay. Also, you have options. In this case, we can use the same height and weight for both sides. But in some cases, for example, in a halo, we want to control. Okay, we want to control the two sides in different ways. Okay, then we can define different in one side than another. Okay, in this case, we will use the same in both. Okay. Then we select here mode, both sides. Okay. Then nice. Then the next thing we want to do is to add the bead prongs. Okay. We will click here. We can hide that. Okay. If you want, we can hide it. And then we can move down. Nice. Okay. And the third one is a channel. Okay. Then we want to create a channel. And here we have this option. as you can see, it's getting the direction following the stones. Then you can adapt the caps. Okay, then you can flip the caps. Okay, and also you can modify the width. Okay, we'll use 1.2. And let me show you one detail here. When we go to, okay, we will see that the cutter is not crossing the stone. Okay, then one thing that we can do is to create an extension, okay, of 0.3. Then in this case, now we are passing the stone. It's more beautiful. And also other thing that we do is we can bend it in order to have like a bright cut. Then we can bend it, okay. Then it creates a really nice effect, okay. Nice. Then we have this one, and this one. I think we have all that we need. We accept it. Then in this case we have symmetry. Then we don't need to repeat it. Then just we select that. Then with the Rhino command rotate, copy yes. From the center, we will rotate 180. Okay. Nice. Then we go to Boolean, different Boolean. We select the ring. Voila. Here we have the setting. And the same we will do in the other side. We will select this one, this one, this one. Nice. Then, oops, then we show. Excellent. Then we have our micro setting done. Next one. I think we are on time, more or less. Technical documentation. Okay. If you have contact with production departments, for sure, this is a thing that you will love it. Okay, so you can create in seconds a document that you can share with your technical staff. Okay, in order to produce and so on. Then let me just open the report. Okay, then we have that ring with a pavé. Okay, and then here we have the drafting tab, and we have some functionalities here, the report and some other interesting that we will see. But the first one you need to execute is report. Report, you select it and create for you a basic report with all the 4 views and some basic information like the name of the file, the production date, weight, metals, and some other basic stuff. Like in this case, we're using the French finger size, the 52. Okay. In this case, use 2 shapes like a logo, but you can add your own logo. Okay. Then in all the designs. Okay. Then of course, this is a standard drafting. Then you can enter here and say, okay, I want to render it. I want to change the point of view. Nice. And of course, you can use the Rhino tools for dimensions and all this stuff that probably you are familiar with. Okay, all these dimensions. Then that's nice, but probably one of the most complex things here is for the setter. Okay, the setter, because we have multiple stone size here. We have 61 stones with 0.75 carats in total. Okay, then we have a tool here called Gems Map, and the idea is you can click on Gems Map and click a point in your report, and it's creating this nice map. Your setter will love that, believe me, will love that, because you can see, okay, in the center is 1.8, then later around is 1.7, and separated in colors. Okay, and also you can create the gem list. Okay, you have here the gem list also, but you can do it from here. So type a point, like, okay, I want it here, and then you have here all the list of stones. You have one of, okay, cool, isn't it? Then Nice. You have your report, and you can go to print, like print it on paper, or use the Rhino PDF exporter. Okay, you print, and that's all. And you will have your beautiful report ready to put on the production tray. Okay. Okay. Then the last one is rendering an animation. Is the wow effect that we were talking. In some cases, and probably you know better than me, a good render sell more than anything else. Then the idea is how we can create tools that you can create in minutes wow material for your customers or to social networks. Okay. Then let me open a file. It's Render Studio. Okay. Then the idea is I show you in white because you will see that nothing is set here. It's a Rhino file. Okay. Then the idea is here we have a tab called Render, and then you can click on Render and Animation, and you will see this new tab here. And the idea is this tab will allow us to create videos, okay, or images. Okay, we will see later. But basically, the first thing we need to do is apply materials. Then in the first column we have all the metals. I will use white gold 14, and we can drag the material. Okay. Then you can drag it, or you can select the object and click on it. It's up to you. It's exactly the same. Okay. Then the next thing is we will add the stones. Then in the second tab you will find all the stones. Okay. Then we will use diamond for the side. Nice. Oh, but it's applied automatically. Yeah, because it's respecting the groups. You have grouped it, you can apply it. And then I don't know, in the center we can use an emerald, or we can use, yeah, emerald is nice. Okay, then we can drag the emerald here, maybe here. Nice. Then the third option is the ground. By default, it creates a basic ground. Okay, but you can add with reflection, and you can add different styles of grounds. Okay, it's up to you. The black is really nice. Also, it's depend of the style of your brand. Okay. Other important thing is this is all these materials are obviously Rhino Cycles materials. Then you can edit any single. For example, if you come here to show panels, and you want to show the materials we have it, but also I think it's here, the ground plate. Okay, everything you can edit. Then oh, I don't like, for example, the color of the stone is too green. I want to change the green to something with a different color. You can edit anything. Then your touch, you can apply your touch, and that's really nice. Okay, then I will use green. Okay, I feel creative now. Then also you have other materials that you can use, and different environments to reflect different things. Okay, that's all. Of course, it's compatible with ray tracing mode. Then you can use the real life in order to find. I don't know in the webinar because we are doing streaming right now, but you can do it. Also, you have a really nice thing, like for example here to render just a part. Okay, a zone. I say, okay, I want to know that area in order to see if the stone looks good for me or not. Okay, and here it's creating the preview for you. Okay, and that's all. We want to create an image, but also here we have some sizes. We have some standard sizes, but also we add, this is really new also, we add all the new sizes for Instagram posts, videos, reels, histories, and TikTok. Okay, then if you want to add a post on Instagram, just select here and you see the frame, okay, where you need to place your design. Okay, in this case, I will use, I don't know, something, yeah, something like this, or maybe we can, yeah, let's do it for Instagram. Okay, then we adapt that here. We cannot go over that frame. And the quality, we can define the number of steps. This is the same as Rhino. Okay, 500, it's good enough. Okay, probably 1000 is better. But then I click render, and then start to create the render for us. Okay, the thing is, it's for example, if you say no, I want to add 1000. Okay, of course you can select here, and you can type manually any resolution that you want. Okay, any resolution. Then you click here, and then it's creating the render for you. Okay. Also, you can select animation. Okay, like turntable animation. This is a rotation animation. Okay, but also you have the option to select snapshots. That's really cool. Like, for example, I want to start from here. Let me get it. It's like to create a traveling of pictures. Then I click here, and then I do a zoom here, and I get another picture. And then I do another zoom, and I put it here. Then the idea is now we'll do the zoom following from one. Okay, now it's going to the second and moving to the third. Okay, then you can add different camera points. Okay, in order to to see how applied. And the last one is curves. Okay, the idea is you can select two curves. Let me show you. And it's like a camera traveling. Then you can say, okay, I want to use the rail that I want that the camera will be here. Nice. And I will be that it will be targeted to that curve. Okay. And then now, just selecting these two curves, you can see how it's doing the video. Okay. Nice. Then now you can create, and then obviously in the case of the video, you select cycles, okay, the quality of the video, and hit to render. And then it starts to calculate. Obviously in the video, it needs to calculate if every single frame, okay, in this case, will be 60 frames, but this is a thing that you let your computer and do it for you. Okay. Okay, then this is the top 5 things that we saw. Okay, the create and edit, the advanced ring, the micro setting, the technical documentation, and the rendering and animation. I think that we can organize only one webinar for rendering and animation because this is huge. But we have in the academy, we have a full lesson. It's a course. It's a full course with a project and everything. It's so cool. Please take a look because you will learn a lot. Okay. What about the roadmap? Okay. It's really nice. Okay, we are planning to release. Well, we are releasing every month new updates. Okay, and we are adding functionalities in any release. But we are planning to add about 15 new commands until March next year. Okay, our idea is release it in March. Okay. And then we will announce in the GCK Las Vegas show in May. Okay, but the tools are so crazy. It's tools that people are asking us. Okay, like automatic pavé. We have pavé, but we are adding automatic pavé, extremely powerful. Cluster, link. Okay, to create this kind of complex links like Cuban and so on. Chain, sport rings. This is really cool. Okay, hollow rings, Huggies, channels. Wow, a lot of things, okay? And that's all.
Wow, this was brilliant, Rafael, pun intended. We have a couple of questions, actually, one
Okay.
person. What is,
Okay.
explain us once and for all, what is the difference between 2Shapes and Artisan, Rhino Artisan?
Yeah. The thing is, it's 2Shapes is our company, okay, and then our company we create software for custom design jewelry. That's what we do. Then we have a solution for custom design in the stores. We have this is 2Shapes, and 2Shapes allow you to design in the store and also in the online store. Okay. Then and the third vertical that we have is for designers, and it was 2Shapes for Rhino. Okay. Then it was so confusing because it's 2Shapes, but it's 2Shapes for Rhino. And then we decided 3 months ago to rebrand it and to say, okay, we will focus on the plugin of Rhino, and then we will call it RhinoArtisan. Then it's exactly the same. We rebranded, and we split the teams here in the company. Then we have some developers working on RhinoArtisan full time, and marketing people and so on. Just focus on RhinoArtisan, and we will keep 2Shapes for all the retail part of the business. But probably it's too long the answer, but basically it's the same. We changed the name. You don't have 2Shapes for Rhino anymore. Now it's RhinoArtisan. Okay.
Great, thank you. Yes, and if you're a designer, that's what you need. You need RhinoArtisan.
Yes.
Okay, if you have other question, we'll be here for a few more minutes. Okay. A comment. Okay. Bruce says, I've run into issues with the trial, such as issues with the cabs not being recognized as a gemstone for setting like bezels. Are you planning on fixing these?
Okay, it's curious. The answer is yes. I think the question is when you create a cabochon. Okay, the cabochon you cannot not add the bezel, for example. I think this is the thing. You know what? We are adding that, but we don't call it. But I understand it's so fun for me because Bruce, for him, he expected it worked in that way and say, hey, this is a bug. Well, technically, it's not a bug because we don't add this functionality, but we are adding it because some other customers told us, hey, Rafa, we cannot use the cabochons. Yeah, we didn't suppose that you want to create a halo on, but I understand that in the case of the bezel, it's a good thing. For that reason, Bruce, it's coming very soon. Okay, it's coming very soon.
Great.
Thank you.
And Bruce is very thankful. And another question is, will it generate the manufacturing weights in various metals?
Okay, this is I think Bruce is an expert user. The thing is it's right now you need to apply the materials in order to get different weight, but the weight command only support one okay, you need to analyze one object and later another object. Okay, I think the case that Bruce is telling is, for example, if we want to have in white gold the shank, but we want to have yellow on the halo. Okay, then we are working on this functionality. Now you need to do it manually. Sorry for that, but yeah, this is I will write that also because in US is, well, I think in US in a lot of other countries the bicolor is so popular.
Very popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I will write that. Okay.
Great. Thanks for taking the feedback. This is why we like these webinars.
Yeah. That's
produce real change in the product. And thanks for suggesting these changes. By the way, there's a compliment from Doug saying, nice job, Rafa. I don't know if he knows you or just impressed by the presentation. And we're still waiting. We have a couple of more minutes. If you can't think of any other question, or while you're formulating your question, I want to let all the attendees of the webinar know that you will be contacted later by me with an email giving you a coupon to get RhinoArtisan with a 10% discount from today till next Wednesday. So it's 1 week only. Take it and run with it, because then I hear prices will be increasing. But so you secure your RhinoArtisan now, and get all the new features that will come up in the next 6 months, because early adopters will get all the new features and the updated improvement. So this is a great deal. So stay tuned and watch out for news from me. And one more question. What is the speed of working with RhinoArtisan?
Well, the speed, the thing is, this is, okay, I think it's so fast because it's so Rhino, okay? Then I'm using Rhino for a lot of years, okay? I'm so young, but in the 98, I started with Rhino.
They're asking, sorry for interruption. They're asking, will it make Rhino slower?
No, okay. You will not feel that RhinoArtisan is doing nothing. For that reason, some people ask us about why, Rafa, you have this refresh button here and you don't refresh automatically, okay? Because we don't want that you feel that you have RhinoArtisan in the performance. I understand 100% what you are telling. That I thought that you was asking about workflow, but no, about performance. If I don't tell you that you have this, you can use all the commands and you don't feel that it's heavy. Try it. You will love it. I'm really obsessed about that. Okay, I don't want to convert your Rhino in a slow machine. Try it.
Nice.
You will love it.
Very nice. One more question. Is there a problem with Gumball sometimes? It seems like it's not working.
In
Gumball.
Okay, I think, okay, maybe he's talking about Gumballs in some commands, or maybe in one command, because the standard Gumball is Rhino Gumball. Then we don't do nothing. Okay. But probably he's talking about the Gumballs that we are adding in the commands.
Okay. But Alice, let us know if that's what you're talking about, or if the question is
because maybe she's talking about that. But if he can tell me, hey, we have that problem in that thing, we will check it. Okay, we will check it.
Okay. She says it is not working when I try to move an object.
Okay, one point. Okay, I want to move this object, for example. Okay, then when you are creating an object in RhinoArtisan, okay, we are doing a lot of changings so fast. Okay, so fast. Then Rhino developers recommend us in the times of Rhino that we don't add the changes in the document until you accept it. Then when you are editing, you cannot do it. But when you okay, then you need to select all. Okay, but the idea it's once you accept the command, okay, you can move it as normal. Okay, I think she is asking that. I think so.
It looks like it.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Question answered. Can we render a ring made by Rhino in RhinoArtisan?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Any shape that you create, just drag the materials on it. That's all you need to do. Nothing else. Okay.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That is fantastic. Nice. All right. Well, okay, everybody's impressed now.
No, I
And that
really
is the
appreciate
feedback.
all this interaction because I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Rafa.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Rafa. I'm gonna take quickly the screen back because I want to remind everybody where they can come and get Rhino Artisan. The price is unbeatable. Plus, you have the 10% discount for the next week that will be mailing to all of you. And guess what? You can also get Rhino 8 or upgrade to Rhino 8 in the same place, which is novedge.com. You know that there's a promotion for Rhino upgrade uh, running right now, and if you don't jump on it and not upgrade now, in a couple of months it will be going away, and then the upgrade will increase over $200. So there's no better time to upgrade to Rhino right now, and there's no better time to get Rhino Artisan between today and next week. But if you want to take your time and wait, it's okay because I mean the price is super convenient anyway. Thanks again for today's presentation, Rafa. It was super fun and entertaining, and what amazing features. Again, amazing tools. We're very excited to have you on board. Thanks again to everybody for
Thank you.
joining us today, and have a great rest of the day, everybody. Bye bye.